with Ted King of the Cannondale team. I am Ted King.
Cannondale Pro Cycling, Ted King, in the flesh.
So, Ted, Pro Challenge, know anything about the course yet? And tell us a little bit about your past experiences in Colorado and the high altitude there.
Colorado's a beast. I mean, it's a beautiful race, and I say that if any place in America really deserves a race, the pedigree and the history of cycling in the States, Colorado definitely has it. So it's awesome to see the start towns and the finish towns and what sort of energy the people of Colorado bring to the race. You got people coming over, a lot of Europeans coming over post-tour with a heck of a lot of fitness. But then what it says, the funny part is the altitude there is just unlike anything you see in any other race. As opposed to at the tour hitting up to maybe 2,000 meters in races altitude, we're starting from those altitudes and only going higher. So that's just, certain guys can deal with it, certain guys can train into it, certain guys who might be otherwise great are terrible, and other guys who are pretty average can be great. It's a beast.
A pass like Independence Pass, which goes over 12,000 feet, noticeable or very noticeable?
Sickeningly noticeable. I mean, yeah, you can't fake that. You can't, you can sprint when you're down at half that altitude. You can do a lot of things at half that altitude and sort of fake it and get yourself through it, but there's no faking it at 12,000 feet. I mean, that is proper.
Talk about the team. It's a lot of success over the last couple of years. You were driving quite a few trains and had some pretty good rides. Talk a little bit about the team success and certainly being on front of the train for an extended period of time in some of those days.
Sure. I mean, it's a honor and privilege to work for the likes of Cannondale Pro Cycling. We brought a lot of horsepower to this race in years past with Viviani doing well there, and Daniel Oss, and obviously Peter is just an incredible captain to work for. So it's nice to go into the race with a very distinct role and know that you're going to have a handful of objectives for the day and for the week, and it's really exciting to be part of that level of history. The race is obviously very young, so to put your stamp on it in the first few years is really cool.
And when you're really drilling it and you're going good, as a domestique, sometimes it's got to feel good though to be drilling people.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, to know you're causing some damage out the back of the peloton, that feels really good. And then you cross the line, whether it's 10 seconds after or 10 minutes after, and to hear your captain's name or you see him on the podium, you're just like, boom, success. That means a lot.
And tell us a little bit about the fandom of Ted King. You got some pretty unique fan base, and I think certainly your musings play a role in getting new people.
Yep. I mean, today we're here in California as we speak, and I was, before the start, hand-delivered a exquisite bottle of beer. So thank you for that, and then a really nice bottle of maple syrup. And yeah, I mean, it's a pleasure to race on home turf, and it's I have my sort of pockets of I'm from New England, but I have my pockets of places I train. California's a big one, Colorado's a big one, and I've developed this fan base that is just truly never expected, but it's a pleasure to be part of. It's an honor to feel that sort of return from the fans. It's really cool.
Talk about your relationship with Timmy Duggan, and obviously sounds like you train and spent a lot of time out in Boulder or now Netherland, with him, and talk a little bit about that. He certainly is one of Boulder's favorites when you look around.
Yeah, he's the mayor up in Netherland, so to speak. I mean, Timmy's former teammate turned best friend. He's I'm excited to see the what he's doing now post cycling. He still definitely has his foot in the door within the sport, but that segue post cycling is not an easy one, and it's really cool to see how he's developing it and at the same time still staying in the sport. He's a tremendous friend, and his whole family's become like family to me.